my mom told me that there was gelatin in Twinkies, I was devastated. Devastated. Firstly, truly, my mom told me I was chunky, had to work out, and I had to throw away all the Twinkies.
I would be mad if I got chunky. I
was angry.
If it was me and me would break up because I can't be fat.
Oh, I can't either.
I don't even do anything. I don't know why I'm not fat, but yeah. You have the next question?
Oh, okay, we're going to move on to our next article here. It's on page 34, youth page. Muhammad University of Islam, developing excellence, intelligence, and character. A whole new world. Now what we're going to talk about is I'm going to read you a couple paragraphs to get the drift of what's going on here, and then I'm just going to ask you some just random questions. It's by Kathleen X. and Kareem Abdullah. The Muslim Youth Leadership Symposium 08 was held April 5th through the 6th at the Moss Foundation Community Center in Chicago. This first annual event was hosted by Chicago chapter of SAR, Council on America-Islamic Relations, which is the nation's largest Muslim civil rights and advocates group. SAR was established in 1994 and has 33 national chapters in the United States and Canada. Islamic schools in the Chicago metropolitan area participate in the event. Among the schools were Muhammad University of Islam, College Preparatory School of America, Islamic Foundation School, and Universal School. Now I'm just going to read this quick paragraph here just to get you a quick drift. All right. Action Network. The renowned Congressman Keith Ellison, who historically sworn in the Holy Quran, served as the keynoted speaker for the event. Overall, the symposium had a profound effect on the MUI Chicago student Sister Amatullah Muhammad, 9th grade, Sister Chirian Wilson, 9th grade, Brother Emil Muhammad, 8th grade, Sister Jamila Murden, 9th grade, Brother Simon Muhammad, and former student Sister Rachel Abdullah, 10th grade, were in attendance. Sister Jamila said of the symposium that we discussed how to educate our people about Islam. So basically it's talking about how to educate children of Islam, because when I used to go to public school, people would stare at me really bad because I wear my headpiece. They asked, why you wearing that hat? And basically what they're trying to do is make a youth qualifying for leadership to lead other children to learn about Islam, but other things. So what do you think about that? Since basically a random question, how would you treat a Muslim if she was in your school and she was wearing this? Would you treat her like a stranger or try to introduce yourself?
I actually had a friend that was Muslim, and she wore the headpiece, and we were good friends. It didn't matter. Like, I don't know, people just don't like what they don't know about. So if they don't know about something and they aren't willing to know about it, then they're probably gonna speak against it, I guess. I mean, I myself, if I didn't know about some religion and people were wearing something different than everybody else, I wouldn't care, because they are, that's how they express their religion. That's how they abide by the rules of their religion. And if they're doing that, then I don't understand why people can't just live with it. Why people can't just
wish there was more people I wish there was more people like you at my school. Everybody was looking at me crazy when I was at school. It's like I was a stranger from Iraq or something, asking me if I was from Ethiopia. I was like, no. So, because what happened is, I wanted to ask you that because what happened was when I was in my old school at Night Academy, somebody deliberately took off my headpiece and I slapped them and asked them, why'd you take off my headpiece? I just wanted to see your hair. I'm like, you don't take off my headpiece. And it was a guy, too. So I just wanted to ask you that question because it kind of makes me feel upset. And that goes into another subject of girls changing their style, changing of what they believe in just to fit in. So what would you commend to girls or young men that would change the whole lifestyle at school just to be like everybody else?
You mean people, what I recommend to people who aren't of the Nation of Islam? Like, well, I mean, people really just need to, get over it because there are a lot of people that are in the Nation of Islam. And they're not really harming anyone else. So if they're living their lives peacefully, then just let them, because they're just abiding by the guidelines, They're just going along, doing what they're supposed to. And people who aren't content with themselves maybe just want to make you discontent with yourself by doing that.
So you're saying that you should recommend that you should be yourself and not worry about what everybody else says? If you're dressing this way or any other way, respecting your culture, you should kind of ignore them.
Well, what are they doing? Are they just not wearing the headpieces anymore?
No, I wear my headpiece when I go to school.
I mean, people who are assimilating into what other people are doing, what are they doing?
Explain your question more.
Like, people who aren't wearing the normal, like, Muslim attire as, like, a girl at least, are they not wearing the headpiece?
No, they would be wearing their headpiece. So what you're saying is that if they're wearing their headpiece, that you should ignore that they're staring at you.
No, I mean, you seem like you had like a problem with people who, just decided that they didn't need to wear their headpieces anymore, or is that what you said?
No. What I meant was that. Trying to explain your question was, if you have your headpiece on, people look at you strange, like you're from some other place or you're a stranger, you should basically ignore them and do what you do best because you're just abiding by the law and they shouldn't look at you strangely.
I mean, well, I guess, but people shouldn't be looking at you strangely in the first place, I mean, it's not like people don't know about the Nation of Islam. It's not like it's an unknown religion, Aside from Christianity, the Nation of Islam is really huge, and it just grows more and more and more. It's rapidly growing. More and more people are becoming Muslim. So, I don't know. People just need to either educate themselves about the religion or leave it alone.
All right. So what would you say to people that have low self-confidence and want to fit in so badly that they would change their whole religion, basically sneak behind their parents, take off their headpiece when they get home, put it on? What would you say to people who have low self-confidence like that?
Well, I don't know, because I'm not Muslim myself. So I don't know how important is explain the importance of the headpiece.
Well, basically the importance of the headpiece is to cover your inner beauty for the man you end up marrying. So you don't, because usually when I walk in the store and I see children, I see their boobs all out, their butt all out. I'm like, that's pretty disgusting. But the reason I cover myself is to hide the beauty I have on the inside for the man I love. At least that's from what I've learned. Because that's from what my mom told me. To hide the beauty that I have, and I shouldn't be exploiting myself like that, because my sister, basically, I've seen women on television shaking their behind. I don't want to be there, but other people want to, and I don't understand why they want to when they can just save their beauty for other people when the time is right, basically. That's why I wear it, to cover my beauty for the man, not to make it like a long speech.
But what if